What's going on, y'all? It's all and my guy Daryl the Don, and we are Basement Talk. Happy to be sitting down with C's, giving this man his flower. Just look him up, Instagram, all the artists in the city that came through this studio. We can name all the top Philly artists. They know about this studio. You know what I'm saying? They know about C's. They know about Faust. Rest in peace. I used to come to this studio. I felt safe. You know what I'm saying? He always gave me a space to be creative. You know what I'm saying? Always allowed me to do my thing. Also, he gave me his input. If I asked him anything, he was always willing to answer, always willing to share information, always willing to give game. C, I appreciate you.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Hey,
It means
man.
a lot to me. That's the whole reason why I do this. I just wish I was the type of person I would have met when I started back in '88, when I started my music journey. I just wish I would have met somebody like me.
And that's what's up, man. You started in Southwest, right?
My first studio that I opened, me and Faust, was in Southwest.
Okay.
But I started way before that. Like
Okay.
I was, I started back in Drexel University. It's when I started as an artist, and then from being an artist, whole thing went. I really can't talk about with contracts and whatever. And then I started going behind the scenes, and I interned at a few places. Ended up in New York interning for a little while.
Okay.
And then after a while in New York, I came back to Philly and I opened up my own place called Mundane Studios in Southwest, Buis, 68th and Buis. Yeah. I opened that up in about, 96, 97. That's when Ice City was around with PD and Freeway and Ice City.
Yeah, talk.
Yeah, that's when, I had artists that came through like La Nostra, the Nostra.
La Nostra.
Yeah, and they were, the Costa Nostra. Nostra is what they called them. That's when that whole thing went where they brought PD Crack in the Nostra, and that's PD Crack got signed, and Nostra went to the wayside. That was when the towers came down.
Yeah.
But that's when I was working with Ness, when Ness was living in Bartram Gardens over in Southwest. That was back, like, we're talking 99, 90, 97, 99, 2000. Then it was like 2002. I did a little studio over here in Broad and Albany called Night on Broadway. So it was owned by the guy who owned Night on Broadway.
Yeah. Everybody know about Night on Broadway, baby.
I did that for 1 year. That was NOB Studios. And then I took all my resources and opened up this place in 2003.
That's cool.
And all three times Faust came with me. One point in time when Faust opened up his own studios down in South Philly called Firstborn. And I think now that's either Autoboy or it used to be Tandem and now it's Autoboy. But that was a location that I originally found through a friend of mine. And that's basically how we got here.
Yeah.
But for the most part, Faust was there all the way till the end.
Yeah. That's my guy. We all miss Faust, man.
Absolutely.
Y'all was like a match.
Yeah, it's coming up. It's coming up on what? It's coming up on 5. It's coming up on 8 years.
Yeah.
The 17th.
8 years?
Yeah, it's the 17th will be 8 years. We passed January 17th of 2017.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, definitely.
Just me, as growing up and going to your studio, 14-year-old child with New Era. Me.
Oh, you were part of New Era.
Yeah, me, Leak Moss, No Breaks Bride, Zeke Raw, and Haas.
Zeke still comes by every once in a while.
Yeah, well, he booked now, so.
Oh, yeah.
He's got life.
Oh, wow.
So we used to travel from Erie Avenue up to the studio, and Exile introduced us to y'all studio.
Yeah, rest in peace to Dottie.
So
I got his right up there.
Yeah,
got his prayer card up there for Dottie.
That's what's up, man.
A lot of people. I have files. Every time I have somebody that passes away, I put their files in a special place.
That's what's
So
up.
I have in case the family wants them or
Like the
anything.
music. So you should add some of the old file. You know, New Era brought him to the studio up 68th and Bewis. He came up there and recorded
Oh
with
yeah,
us a couple
that
times.
was with
Yeah.
Dottie, right? That's when Dottie could see.
Yeah, when he could
Right,
see. Yeah,
right.
before he took
No,
his
right
blind.
there. That's all. That's mundane mixdowns.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, man. I might need some old New Era music
Yeah,
if
I
you
know.
got
I
it in
probably
there,
got it. I
man.
probably even got.
I
I
need that.
probably even got the what you call. Remember when Faust did the X Files remix for Exile?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I probably got that somewhere in my
Okay.
files too.
It's
Yeah.
crazy because Faust, you know, I was New Era, and then you had ATM, which was all
Right,
about their money,
right.
and they
Tis
had,
money
and
and
then you
yeah,
had Bar Giuliani.
right,
So Faust put both me and Giuliani together and said, "Look, I'm a producer, a mixtape for y'all. I want just y'all to
right.
do a mixtape together, and I want you to write all the hooks." Because he liked Giuliani's voice and he liked my
Right.
hooks, so we had started recording a little mixtape or whatever together.
Yeah, we put it as mundane. We put together a few mixtapes. Didn't
Okay.
really go nowhere, but we
Yeah.
did put together a few mixtapes and put
Okay.
them out. Just as a collection of different artists that came through the studio. It's hard to do stuff like that these days because people just don't like working with each other.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to get them all together to collaborate. But it is what it is.
Let me see if I can get a couple predictions from you, right? I know there's a lot of people that's coming through your studio currently, a lot of artists. Right now, who do you see that come through your studio that you feel as though have potential?
Well, it's not just about potential. It's about
Work
work
ethics.
ethic.
There you go.
It
But
comes down to work
there you
ethic.
go. Who do you see? It ain't no shot at nobody.
Right.
There's no shot at nobody, but because it's a
This
matter of
your
an opinion.
Yeah.
My
Hey,
opinion. Okay, in what? In hip hop, in R
whoever,
and B.
whatever.
R&B and hip hop.
It ain't
Okay,
no-
R and B. Alexandria.
Okay.
She's got a project dropping like this month, and I've been really going hard on hers. I think she's got the look, she's got the work ethic, and everything. So
Where can we find her at?
you can just find her. Her name is spelled very, uniquely. Alexandria. ALX Zandria.
Okay.
But everybody knows it. Like especially if you watch Tubi, she's on a lot of the Tubi movies.
All right. So
She's
we're gonna
yeah.
tap in on Alexandria.
She's got a movie out called Carmen. It's about
Okay.
her.
All
It's
right,
on
cool.
Tubi.
We gonna do that.
We got her. Lyricist wise, I got a guy comes by named Barry Bird. Barry Bird is really interesting. He's like if you can imagine Family Guy cutaways and Robot Chicken in lyrical form. With somebody who's really got lyrical talent.
That's Barry who?
Barry Bird, not Larry.
All right, Barry Bird.
Barry
We're gonna
Bird.
have to check out Barry Bird too.
Bird, he's good. Man, it's just there's so many.
So we're gonna definitely check them out, man. We're gonna look out for them, man. I feel as though you got an ear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's a great chance that those guys or those, people will make it. We hope everybody make it.
Oh no, yeah. I
just
I
want
hope
to test your ear.
everyone. I hope everyone takes a shot. I just hope that when they get the shot, they know what they're ready and prepared for, and they know what the game is about now. It's not about, see, when I started in the music business back in '88, I could say I was a music artist. Artists today can't say they're music artists. There's no such thing anymore.
Absolutely.
Because back when I started, we were shooting for the radio. That's what our streaming platform was. Now everybody's streaming platform is multimedia. So there's no such thing as a music artist. There's only content creators. That's what you are now. You are not a music artist. You are a content creator because you have to create content because it's not about the music. It's about you as a brand. You have to start thinking like that. Like I tell everybody, think of it this way. You're the hero of the story. So you're the superhero. So it's like people don't go to a Spider-Man movie because he can sling webs or because he's got a spidey sense or because he can walk up walls. They're his superpowers. They go to the movie because he's Spider-Man. So that's what you have to be. You have to be the hero. The powers are your songs. They come and go, but they have to be coming back to you for you.
Yeah.
So if you start thinking like that, then you can actually do something in this business.
The one thing that I will say, for content creators nowadays or people that are artists, the difference between now and back then, people were afraid to show who they are.
Right.
But you don't have no choice anymore if you
No.
want to make it, because people buy into you now.
Right.
They don't care about your music or whatever. They want to see who you are sometimes. They want to, even if it's not real, it has to be some type of narrative.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely has to have some type of story. You have to be the hero of your story.
Yeah.
Definitely. And the funny thing is now kind of things change. Weird sells.
Mm-hmm.
The stranger you are, the more interesting your story is, the better off you are. So, all those people, all those years trying to fit in, now it's better if you don't fit in.
Stand out.
Mm-hmm.
You got to stand out.
I got a question for you. See,
Okay.
Give me one artist that you watch grow into an artist from back in the day, right? That you didn't think would be where they're at today. That surprised you with their success.
That surprised me.
Yep, with their success.
See, there's people that I've seen that have gone and then they lose it or they don't quite get it. But everybody that I've seen, like Bach Nero's one of them.
Okay.
Bach Nero, he's doing content, but he toured with Steve Aoki. And that was one that I seen, and he surprised me, and then his work ethic just took off, and he is where he is now.
So Bach used to be upstairs a lot when I was here recording.
Yeah. Bach
and he was like doing dub set.
No, you're thinking of Cess.
Okay,
yeah.
Right.
Cess Cess is the dance hall artist.
Okay, all right, cool.
Bach Nero was the one that he was with a group called Blonde Gang.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
He was the one with the green hair.
With them, right?
Faust.
Faust.
It's okay. People get our names to this day. Still get our names confused. Faust. I take it as a stamp of honor.
Yeah.
But Bach was one of the guys. He used to have green hair.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think we follow each other on the gram.
Yeah. But there's a lot of people that I've seen.
Not to cut you off, he had like a deal with like Levi's or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
On the table or something. Yeah.
I know. Like when Faust passed, a lot of relationships kind of got tarnished. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know what happened during all that, but anybody who's knows the situation, addiction.
Yeah.
It hurts the people that are still left, not just the people that.
Yeah.
And a lot of relationships kind of got tarnished, and so I lost contact with some people that were, known through Faust or whatever.
Yeah.
So the things I don't really like talking about.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah. When you think about your experience in the game of music, what would you think you could have done differently? What type of advice would you give somebody?
Funny thing is that anybody who knows me, and this, mm-hmm. and anybody comes here knows this, I already do that. Mm-hmm. That's like one of my main purposes as doing the studio. It's not just to be a studio, it's to give the advice that I wish I would have heard when I started.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing constantly.
So I want you to get people a gem. If you can think of something.
Okay, first of all, if you're trying to get in this business thinking you're going to make money from music, get out. Mm-hmm. You're not going to make money from music. You're going to make money from being famous. The music will help you get famous, mm-hmm. but you're not going to make money from music. And there's also levels to success. Mm-hmm. If you have just out of the 4 billion people who are on the planet, if you have just 10,000 of them that are your fans, that'll buy a song for $1 when you drop it. Every time you drop a song, that's possibly 40 grand. Mm-hmm. That's a level of success. Without being huge, you can pay your bills off of that. Mm-hmm. You just got to cultivate everything. Every person you ever come in contact with, get an email, get a contact, store it on a list. Keep all that information. That is valuable. When you're ready to promote your album, who the hell are you going to promote it to? Promote it to people that you've met, that you have
Yeah.
direct access to. Because one thing that's better than having a street team, one thing that's better than advertising is word of mouth.
Mm.
I've been open since 2003. This studio, not once have I advertised. Not once. And I am booked
crazy.
constantly, but I haven't advertised once. It's all word of mouth. That is one of the most powerful things you have. See, because one thing that a fan wants more than anything is just wants access to their artist. And if they're a fan of you, they are going to tout you to other people. So you want to feed your fans. You want to turn them like FBI assets. That's an asset. You turn a fan into a super fan. A super fan will go to the ends of the earth for you. If a super fan's in Michigan and they know a place where you can perform, they'll do everything to get you to perform there.
Yeah.
You don't need a street team. You need freaking a legion of fans.
That's what we building.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's the advice I give everybody. Just cultivate every relationship you come to. Don't burn any bridge. Keep it all. Date of birth, everything. Just keep all that information. All that comes in handy. You never know, because you could turn around and have, say you met 10,000 people, you have names, you have birth dates, you have ages, you have emails. That is valuable information to sell to a sponsor. You can go to Coca-Cola and go, yo, I got an email blast list with 10,000 people that are my fans. You can sell that.
Yeah.
That is good demographics. But you have to take that initiative and start collecting that.
So, question. I know we talking about the music, right? I learned today that you shot a movie. Right?
Yeah.
So what I want to know is the learning experience from shooting your first movie, the pros and the cons, because we're about to shoot our first movie this year.
Well, that wasn't my first movie.
Okay.
But it was the first one that I basically did all the camera work myself. It was written and directed by Tammy Jean. She's used to go by Lady Mert.
Right.
She's known in the city. She's been around forever. It was something she wrote and directed, and I filmed it. The best thing I could tell you is scout your locations. Really, really know your angles. You really want to block your shots out. It's more of a director of cinematography part. If you get those shots blocked the way you want them, and storyboarding comes in handy. Now, even if it's just stick figures, so you can visualize what you're trying to do.
Even when it comes down to like looking up textures and colors and
make sure your color palettes are
knowing
right.
I'm on it. I mean, knowing like how you actually want the film to look, because to be honest, when you think about shooting a film, it's almost like having a blank coloring book. Right. And determining how you paint it is the mood that you're going to set. Because colors,
that's all grading.
Colors alter mood. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, and you also have to be wary, like when you're in different settings, different times of day, different lighting aspects, they will have a different color quality. So you have to kind of grade them so they all match together. They all are cohesive, because you don't want to take the person out of they're watching, and if something
the mood
looks
change,
you don't want to take them out of that.
Yeah.
So that's all something you have to be. You want to fix as much as you can in camera.
Yeah. The thing that we didn't get a chance to talk about, I was actually thinking about outsourcing the color grading.
Okay.
You can do that.
Yeah, I got a guy that does color grading, and he's really good at it. So I'm thinking about outsourcing. And he would just need all of the files, like the FTA. What is it? FTM? FTA files.
Yeah, FTA files. Or you just want the raw files. Yeah, they have to have the raw.
It could be edited already as well.
Right. It can be edited, but he has to have the raw file so he can actually get into the color palette.
Yep.
But the biggest thing you really have to be more is sound. Sound is a bitch.
It's important.
You got to make sure it's right. I mean, here at the studio, before I was doing movies, I was also doing ADL,
Okay.
additional dialogue recording ADRs.
Okay.
Like if someone came in, or even if someone had animation, they would play the animation on the screen in the booth so they can speak out the parts and time into the animation. And the only thing is, you got to understand with animation, it should go backwards. You should record the vocals first before you do the animation, because it's easier to time the animation to the vocals than it is the vocals to the animation.
Oh, okay.
And then plus it allowed the animators more to do, with subtle variations depending on how the person is, acting it out.
Mm-hmm.
But you definitely want to get sound right. Like if you're recording outside, you got to make sure that you cut the sound, the wind, record it separately. Don't record it on the media itself, because you need to be able to manipulate it.
Meaning like they need to come in and read?
No, meaning that you need to, you ever wonder why on a film set there's a sound guy?
Okay.
That's because the sound is recorded separate. That's what the slate's for. The
I see what you're saying.
slate is to time the sound in the video.
Mm-hmm.
You want to record the sound separately so it can be edited from the source media.
So don't have it with the video.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I if you're recording a movie, I would record it separately. So you can manipulate it. You can mic each person separately. And you also have a boom mic to get the atmospheric sound, and also have the atmosphere so you can filter out the atmosphere from the lapel mics also. Mm-hmm. You want to be very conscious of sound, because sounds what separates a major picture from a Tubi movie.
Yeah.
Sound will separate it real quick.
Yeah.
All right. Got a question for you.
Go ahead.
If you had one song with 3 hip hop artists that came to your studio, what 3 artists would you put together?
Ooh. Wow.
3. Only 3, C's.
Only 3?
Only 3.
Del P. Del's actually coming Wednesday. He'll be here. He's doing a track on Alexandria's song.
Yo, you owe me an interview too, Del P. You know what I'm saying? We was lined up to do it and something happened. You know what I mean? Like this guy telling us we gotta tap in and get our interview together, you know what I'm saying?
Del, my boy Barry, just because I love his interactions with everybody. And I guess last one, if I had to go somebody that's working right now, that's been here, Son of the 215 is good.
That's 3.
That's 3.
That's it.
Yeah.
So on that note, organically, he put these 3 people together. If we can get those 3 people together on a song,
we can put it on the soundtrack.
Basement Talk.
Put it on a movie soundtrack.
Daryl the Don, August Media Works. We'll shoot the video
and put it on the soundtrack. The song.
And if C's is available, we'll come out and we'll have a good time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Because that's what you want, right?
Yeah, I just want everybody to have a good time.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to have a good time.
I'll do the video treatment for the song.
Yeah,
exactly. And we'll take y'all input.
That's another pet peeve. Stop shooting videos without friggin' treatments.
Absolutely.
Please. I hate when people ask me, shoot a video, and I go, okay, so what are we shooting? I don't know, just bring your camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So tell them where they can find you at. See, all your information or anything you feel comfortable with. Number out there.
Yeah, the studio number 215-927-0592. It's been that number since 2003, since I started. Have not changed it. You can always find me up here in East Oak Lane section of the city, up by 5th and Godfrey. Email is Resaec Studio. Resaec is Caesar backwards, RASEAC. Studio @gmail.com is the email. It's also Resaec Studio on Instagram. It's on that on X. I think on almost every platform on Resaec Studio.
That's what's up.
Don't ask my opinion unless you want it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Don't ever ask me what I can and cannot do. Just tell me what you want, and don't try to explain it in terms of an engineer. Just tell it to me in layman's terms, because you may use terms completely different, saying you want me to add compression when you actually just want me to add reverb. So don't try to use terms that you don't understand. You don't tell a plumber to use a U joint and you don't know what the
U joint.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, and the last is have fun.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna get the 3 artists together.
Mm-hmm.
If God willing, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna come together, we're gonna do the treatment, we're gonna shoot the video, and it's gonna make the soundtrack to what?
So, to the book, well, we turned it into a movie. Wake Up, We're Killing Ourselves. The movie.
Basement Talk.